One of the most thrilling things to do on this planet has always been flying. Additionally, it is the world's quickest form of transportation. People can travel in a matter of hours by using airplanes to fly between locations across different continents, nations, and oceans. In the past, such vast distances were covered by ships on the water or by road trips over the course of days or weeks. There are now airplanes that take just minutes to get to their destination because of technological advancements. These aircraft reach the maximum speeds possible, which no other kind of transportation can. Our ranking will be based on speed. So, now let's watch some jets break the sound barrier and create a sonic boom down the list. Number 10. Sukhoi Su-27 Flanker, Soviet Union. The Sukhoi Su-27, a twin-engine fighter jet developed by the Soviet Union in response to the American fourth-generation fighters, is still in use today. The Su-27s, often known as flankers, are over 35 years old and have a top speed of 1,600 miles per hour, Mach 2.08. The flanker was built for extreme mobility and air superiority, enabling it to carry out a range of aerial operations. Numerous variations, like the Chinese Shenyang J-11, were created from the flanker because of its popularity and all-around strength as a fighter jet. Number 9. F-111 Aardvark, United States. The General Dynamics F-111 Aardvark is a supersonic medium-range tactical aircraft that was first introduced in the late 1960s and is predominantly utilized as a fighter bomber or strategic bomber. It has a maximum speed of 1,650 miles per hour, Mach 2.15. No longer in use. The USAF has replaced it with the F-15E Strike Eagle for strike missions, and the B-1B Lancer now serves in that capacity for supersonic bombers. Many aviation innovations, like variable sweep wings and afterburning turbofan engines, were first used by the F-111. Number 8. McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagle, United States. The McDonnell Douglas F-15E Strike Eagles can reach a top speed of 1,650 miles per hour, Mach 2.15. The long-range, high-speed bomb raids and air superiority were the two main goals of the American-made tactical bomber. Since its introduction into service in 1976, the supersonic bomber has largely remained unchanged. It is regarded as one of the most successful aircraft the American military complex has ever produced. Additionally, the success is not just limited to the United States. Israel, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea are just a few of the nations that have made purchases. Number 7. Mikoyan MiG-31 Foxhound, Soviet Union. The MiG-31 Foxhound, another byproduct of the Cold War, outperformed its predecessors by giving up speed while maintaining maneuverability. The plane can reach 1,900 miles per hour, Mach 2.47, making it one of the fastest in the world. The Foxhound was among the first aircraft to use radar systems to intercept stealth fighters in addition to its high speed. The Soviet jet then gained the ability to launch long-range air-to-air missiles, a feat accomplished by only one other aircraft at the time. Number 6. XB-70 Valkyrie, United States. The North American XB-70 Valkyrie was a supersonic strategic bomber and the only bomber to ever travel at these speeds. It was developed as a prototype for the intended B-70 nuclear bomber. The XB-70, which was created in the late 1950s, could travel at a speed of 2,056 miles per hour, Mach 2.67 while aloft at 21,000 meters, 70,000 feet. The B-70 was thought to be immune to any interceptor aircraft at these speeds and altitudes because it would be too quick for any other aircraft to catch up to it and would be hard for radars to detect. The XB-70, however, acquired a flaw as surface-to-air missile technology improved, prompting the USAF to begin testing it at lower altitudes. However, compared to the B-52, which it was intended to replace, the XB-70 did not significantly improve performance. Number 5. Bell X-2 Starbuster, United States. The Bell X-2 Starbuster was a research aircraft created in the 1940s and 1950s and was another rocket-wing design aircraft similar to the X-15. The primary goal of the X-2 was to investigate the thermal thicket heating issue that was brought on by aerodynamic friction during flight characteristics in the Mach 2-3 region. The Bell X-2 was created to deliver useful research faster and at higher altitudes than the Bell X-1. 3 years later, the X-15 would enter development and significantly outperform the X-2 in terms of speed. It displayed a maximum speed of 2,094 miles per hour, Mach 2.72. Number 4. Mikoyan-Gurevich MiG-25 Foxbat, Soviet Union. The MiG-25 Foxbat was the final aircraft ever created by Mikhail Gurevich, a Soviet super-engineer who worked with his company, Mikoyan-Gurevich, to create the majority of the Soviet Union's aircraft during the Cold War. At 2,190 miles per hour, Mach 2.85, the plane was among the fastest in the world at the time. NATO and U.S. military intelligence panicked when the Foxbat showed up because of the sight of the incredibly fast and maneuverable jet. The militaries of both sides immediately accelerated the development of their own jet designs and production to match the Soviets. One of the fastest jets ever continuously produced is still the MiG-25. Number 3. Lockheed YF-12, United States. The SR-71 Blackbird's prototype and precursor was the Lockheed YF-12. 3 YF-12s were built as prototype interceptor planes in the late 1960s to replace the F-106 Delta Dart interceptor once development got underway. It displayed a top speed of 2,274 miles per hour, Mach 2.96. The USAF was allocating resources at the time of development to the Vietnam War and other military objectives. The YF-12 was retired by the USAF and eventually served as a NASA research aircraft before serving as the prototype for the SR-71, which later entered production and was used by the USAF. Number 2. Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird, United States. The Lockheed Senior 71 Blackbird, which was jointly developed by NASA and the U.S. Air Force, is the fastest air-breathing manned aircraft, reaching a top speed of 2,500 miles per hour, Mach 3.25. The Blackbird was designed as a reconnaissance aircraft, and its primary function is intelligence gathering. The aircraft lacks the stealth features of other American aircraft in the fleet and does not even carry any weapons. Instead, outrunning the weapons is the best defense against surface-to-air missiles and other forms of attacks, something the SR-71 is more than capable of performing. Number 1. North American X-15, United States. As the fastest aircraft ever built, the North American X-15 is classified as hypersonic rather than supersonic since it can travel faster than 5 times the speed of sound. It still holds the record for the fastest manned aircraft, with the majority of later aircraft not even coming close. Its peak speed is 4,520 miles per hour, Mach 6.7. The plane had to be dropped from another aircraft because its tail fin prevented it from taking off at slow speeds. Prior to being retired, the aircraft was primarily utilized for research flights, but it nevertheless achieved a record for speed that hasn't been surpassed in any way. Thanks for watching till the end. Subscribe to get notified of my latest content and share this video to grow the channel, and also comment on any future video you want me to make.